We're going to discuss one of the most destructive sabotage of addicts in recovery. This is the idea to justify secular rehabs, is that perhaps the 12 steps, Torah 12 steps, is not for everyone. You know, some people maybe, but it's not for everyone. Second, if it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't work for you there in doing the steps, don't worry, you can always try another program. This is so destructive that it goes against the very core principle of recovery itself. As we see in page 58 of the Big Book, it says, "Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program." I mean, you have to completely, totally commit to the 12 steps. This and nothing else. Those who do not recover are those who say, well, I'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They don't commit. If it doesn't work for me here, I'll try another program. Rarely or never have we seen a person fail. That's the message of real recovery. Real recovery is the 12 steps done properly. There is no other recovery. That is recovery. So the belief that there is another way, I would love to know what that way is and love to see the results of that way, because no one can tell us what that way is. They can only tell us different approaches and different forms of methods and techniques to work with people, but there's no actual process of recovery. As it says also, and you might say it sounds quite arrogant, right? It says on page 89, working with others, you can help when no one else can. You can secure their confidence when others fail, because no one else can. You cannot help a real addict unless you transmit a real message of recovery through the 12 steps. There is no other recovery, and there is no watering down this message. There cannot be that the 12 steps is a component of another program. It cannot be, don't worry, you can always try another program. The heart of the person will not be totally committed, as it says, give themselves completely to this simple program, the 12 steps, or they're going to have a doubt anyway. They're going to be split within themselves. There's doubts, like, I don't know, maybe this will work, and they conflict. The steps conflict. So we're never putting anyone down. We don't believe in attacking or putting people down, but we do believe in making clear, and we must do, is show what works and what doesn't work. So if there's a conflict between the 12 steps and secular model, we have to talk about that. That is not an outside issue. It's not something else. That's core recovery. An addict must know what doesn't work, and often he has to realize what doesn't work before he can actually perceive what really does. He has to see, hey, this didn't work, that, and we go through their life to see this cannot work. As long as he believes there's another way, he'll run after that way. So part of what we need to do is also help those who are not ready. The idea that hitting rock bottom is absolutely nonsense. It's true, you have to surrender to that point of realization. But that doesn't happen unless you're in an environment of recovery. Rarely, if ever, very few, if anyone, realizes their hopelessness by themselves. They need 12-step people to raise the bottom and help them see. That's what we do here. We have to get someone to the first step. That's core help. That's the help that's needed, right? Addicts are so sick that they'll get sicker and more deluded, thinking they can handle it, as the book says, to the point of insanity or death. Right? They will lose themselves. They'll wind up in a psych ward, or they'll be dead. That's going to happen before hitting, quote, bottom. That is, bottom is the grave. So no one just wakes up like, I'm an addict, let me get clean now. It's very rare. Most of the time when addicts ask for help, it's conditional. They need to be shown and assisted to realize their real condition. It's so deep.